Hello, welcome to the stream, everybody. How you doing? Milking it now. Oh, shut your ass up, bitch. I'm about to milk in a second. You just bear with. We got some juicy questions to be asking this guy. I love how Polecat has gone dead. Oh, that's what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, did he?
We're gonna do a. We need to at least do a follow up. That's fair, and then I'll let it drop. All right, I'll let it drop after that. But come on now. You can't follow me for doing a follow-up. You can't fault me for doing a follow-up. That's not fair. Daniel, welcome to stream. Sam, welcome. Let's see if they remove the thing. We'll figure out in about 5 seconds. Oh, what did... Give me 1 second. I got it. Anyway. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, hi Seth. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we're just gonna follow up, if I'm honest. So I was hoping to get a few people to, you know, come do interviews, past DOJ members, yada yada. I got one DOJ member to come, or past DOJ member, but he wasn't only just a member, he was a staff member, so it's even better. So we're just gonna kind of do a follow up. So obviously, from what I've seen from Polecat, he's not uploaded for 2 days, 3 days, I think. Let me just double check. Weird British
3
man.
days.
Yeah, 3 days. So I'll show you the proof because it's just it makes me giggle because so, oh shit, I've still got the NSRP logo now. I just cut that off for a bit. So he's not voted for 3 days. We'll just take a minute to presume that my video is the first one we search at Polecat. Just saying. Sorry, I'll stop milking on that. So he's not voted for 3 days. So that's based. He'll be doing a bugs. He'll disappear for a few months and come back. I think. I don't know. I suppose we'll need to wait and see. What do you think about Polecat given the ownership of the community over? Honestly, you want my personal opinion of it? I think it was a good thing because I think if he didn't, I think DOJ was going to go downhill completely, even though it's already at that point. But in fairness, they are gaining their old members back because they've got new ownerships. But I don't know because they just recently announced something about how they're going to start on stuff, yada yada yada. So those are going to see what happens with that. Nice logo you got there. Yeah, that's my logo. Anyway. So I've got a formal DOJ staff member. He can identify himself by his name if you like. If he wants to stay anonymous, that's perfectly fine. I don't know what he's gonna say in here. I'll be honest with you guys because I don't lie to you. I've given him a rough idea of what I'm gonna ask him, so he has a rough idea. I just want to put him on the spot. And then we'll kind of go from there. I'm just gonna leave. So just to reference to people that don't know what's going on here, I am talking about Polecat324 and his allegations of being a pedophile. Okay, there's multiple evidences here for it. I'm not gonna sit and go through it all day. So what I'll do is I'll link it and stick it in the chat. You guys can read it in your own time, or you can read it while we're going through the stream. You do what you want. It's there. Roadrunner stuff. There's evidence of Polecat being a pedophile, basically. And these, I will hold them up for a couple of seconds on each. You can stream the pause, and you can pause the stream and go back and we'll read them properly. But there's one of the screenshots. There's the other screenshot. Of course I'm milking it all. It's my job. I'm a content creator. I'm used to it because you're trash. There's the other screenshot. And there's the other screenshot. So if you want to go read them properly, you can. I will leave I'll leave this one up for, I don't know, because I can. You know, I've got an idea. Oh, you're gonna accuse me of milking it? We're really gonna milk it. There you go. There you go. That's that makes it so much easier for me. Right. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna ask this individual again, if he wants to say who he is, he can. Just some questions. So I mean, first question is for you, sir, is what made you want to be part of DOJ and kind of, you know, apply for it, I guess.
So funny story. I actually started out on console RP, which is very special if you haven't done it.
Bro, I know. Tell me about it. I know.
Yeah.
Good old days.
But yeah, I saved up enough money to buy a PC, and I bought my PC with like DOJRP as one of the things that I wanted it for. So the second I bought it, like a month or two later, I applied for DOJRP. My first app was not good enough because, you know, they want like a whole essay. The cycle after, I did apply for BCSO first, and I got through the whole process easily. I just and so I started watching Polecat a bit, and I thought, oh, this looks interesting. You know, I think this could be entertaining. I want to try this. It looks way better than whatever the fuck you can get on console. So that's why I applied. And I got in BCSO first. Do you want me to explain like how I got into PD and stuff like that? Or...
I mean, yeah. How? I mean, someone in chat says you sound like Northern Alex. That's pretty funny. That's totally Northern Alex right here. I should have just put that in the title. That would have been total. That would have been absolutely monstrous,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
clickbait. Anyway, all jokes aside. Yeah. Just. I mean, you can give us your kind of experience and how you went through DOJ and all that shit.
So in the beginning, when I was in BCSO, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like it because first of all, we had the old pets. If you don't know, it's like one LEO character and everyone looks the same. You don't have EUP, you don't have GTA Online multiplayer characters. You all look like, you know, GTA storyline characters, which is pretty bad. Also, I joined at a time where the patrols were very quiet, and I didn't really know a lot of people, so I couldn't sit like in ride-alongs or in voice chats. So it's basically on my own, and it was boring as hell. So I was like inactive, active for like 3 to 4 months in BCSO. That's when I joined LSFD as a reserve first, but I transferred quickly. LSFD was fun. I got all the way up to the highest rank just under staff in training. Took me like 6 months, I think. That was fun, but I kind of wanted to do LEO again, so I applied for LSPD reserve somewhere along the line, along that time. And after a while, I got bored of LSFD, and I decided that being a LEO staff member is more fun than fire staff, because fire staff doesn't really do anything. They don't get to do cool stuff. So I transferred, and yeah, I did transfer solely because I wanted to get staff, and it sounded cooler than being in LSFD. So I transferred to LSPD. And then after like 7 months, because I had to, I had to grind for that. After like 7, 8 months, I got corporal. Um, Getting corporal is very difficult. I think LSPD is the most difficult one to get corporal because the promotion hours, and this is like insane, you had to have like 20 patrol hours a month promotion wise. Like
I'm
this is
sorry,
not
what?
20, yeah.
That is
Um,
shocking. It's like a
yeah,
full
yeah.
time job.
I know it gets worse though. It gets worse. So on top of that, you have like FTO. FTO is a field training department where you do like the initial trainings and ride-alongs to get like probationaries up to experience. So you have to do a few duties for that a month as well. And then you have the LSPD specific training program because for some reason we felt like that is needed as well. And then you have to do a few of those as well. So that's already hell. Um, Getting corporal and LSPD was literal hell. But it was like COVID and I had no life and I literally didn't have anything to do.
Know
So
the
I was
feeling.
like, okay, no biggie. Um, so I got that, and then I got corporal 2, which is a second rank in corporal, pretty quickly because they had open spots and they don't look at your skill. They just see an open spot and you meet the requirements. So they're like, okay, promotion,
Yeah.
which is not how it should go, but whatever. I can't complain. Um, and then what they used to have, I'll go over that how I got corporal because they have a whole process. What they used to
Right.
have is an exam
They
and
still
then an
have that.
interview. Yeah, yeah. So you write an LOI, so letter of interest with like, why do I want to become a corporal? I mean, why do they want to know? It's like pretty obvious, you know. But you have to like, you have to be a bit humble and lie, you know, because you can't just say you're a power tripper, you know what I mean? You have to be like, oh, I want to help people, blah blah, which I do want to do, but a lot of people bullshit. Then you have to do an interview, and then you have to do an exam. And the exam was corporal duties, like, oh, if someone violates this rule, what would you do? Or if this happens in server, what would you do? I got it first try because I'm gonna be honest, that shit was easy. The interview, it's just like, the basic interview. It's like, why do you want to become a corporal? But they ask questions that are more like how real life job interviews go. Like, what is something? Oh yeah, like name a problem you had in life that you solved through your own means. That's a question. Like they want to know how good of a talker you are, how good you can come up with solutions, and how good you can come up with shit on the spot, basically. So they ask like the most ridiculous shit for a gaming community ever. Um, but I passed that. And then from corporal to sergeant, it's the same thing. They used to have an exam as well, a very difficult one on like actual laws, like if someone does this, can you arrest them for it? Blah blah. Because the point is that a sergeant is meant to tell their officers whether they're right or not. Like if you call for a supervisor and if you don't know what you're doing, then you're gonna look bad and you're probably not bad as well. But they dropped the exam and their reasoning afterwards, I discovered their reasoning was that you can cheat on it easily because people screenshot it, they remember it, and then, they filled out in their own time. And when they're eligible again, they just know all the answers by heart. Or they screenshot it, give it to their friends. That happened a lot. A lot of people got banned for that. So they do that kind of stuff. And they were like, you know what? This is just stupid. We remove it. And that's why I got sergeant because I only had to do the interview and I was good at bullshitting. So yeah, I just got
This is
sergeant by
honest.
that. Yeah, I mean, I do think I was good enough, but I would have failed at least twice if the exam was there. I think
Right.
I would have gotten a third try maybe. Um, so yeah, I got sergeant, and then I got sergeant too because again there were spots and no one was getting promoted except for me. So I got it. Again, every single staff rank is 20 hours of patrol to be eligible for promotion. I'm just saying that's insane. So Sergeant 1 to Sergeant 2 is 20 hours, Sergeant 2 to Sergeant 3 is 20 hours, Sergeant 3 to Lieutenant is 20 hours. And then Lieutenant up is discretion, quote unquote. Discretion is just a word, which one do I like the most? Um, but yeah, I got Sergeant 2 and I was hard stuck because all of the ranks were full at that point. So we became like BCSO where no one can get promoted. So we were all kind of annoyed, I guess. But then I'm gonna talk about this because that was very interesting. We had a certain amount of spots. Every department has a certain amount of lieutenant spots and sergeant spots. Let's say It's normally like 20 sergeants and like 6 lieutenants maybe. But we discovered that we had too many spots. We had 100 people less than BCSO, but we had more sergeants than BCSO. And we discovered that, you know what? I can't even do my own duties because people are no-living them, so they look better for promotion. So we removed spots, but they did it 5 days before promotion. So people thought they were gonna get promoted, and they actually were, and they removed the spots. So people got fucked out of getting lieutenant and sergeant, and people were mad. Someone, I'll just name drop. Who gives a shit? So we had Sergeant Maurice, and I think he was so mad he transferred to civilian,
Oh, really?
and he transferred to civilian out of being a sergeant, right? And
Right.
he got staff in training in CIF after 4 months. So
Yee.
he got staff again, just like that. So I think something is fishy, but whatever.
Yeah, you always have
So
your
yeah.
kind of Just a quick thing to relate to people listening into the stream. This is a
Mhm.
formal DOJ staff member. He's not. I don't think he wants to identify himself or anything like that. So he's just telling you his background of DOJ, how he's got to where he is, or where he was. And yes, sorry, you can continue.
Problem. Um. So yeah, when I was a member, I'll talk about like how the corruption reveals itself. When I was a member, you don't really see anything, I'll be honest. Like I was very gullible, I was very naive. I was like, this is good. I don't see any problem. Sometimes you had like the occasional staff member in patrol being like a total douchebag. Like, oh, you can't do this. Like, or, CIF staff pulling you for like, oh, you did this. Or one time LSFD staff, no, pulled me to a 10-1 because I drove the ambulance onto the beach and they said that's not realistic. Okay, my bad. It's like the stupidest shit ever. But you don't really notice anything. But when I got staff in training, you get to see the staff channels, the staff only channels. They have a staff only Discord. And that's where shit goes down. It's toxic. It's, it's not healthy. Almost no one is nice to each other. So what happens is you have your own department, but you can talk to staff from highway patrol, sheriff office, CIF, dispatch, etc. So you all have the same staff channel, and every single staff member can see that. So when I was a corporal, I started noticing people got mad at other departments for not staffing their members, and people were really toxic. So they started blaming each other. They're like, "Oh, you can't do this." And people would like, for example, we would like ping HP, would like, hey, we have a guy in server 1, he's doing this and this. I know it's against your SOP because I know your SOP. Do you want to do something about it? And they would be like, no, just fill out a complaint form. And we're like, yeah, but he's in there, he's actively doing shit. Just come and help us, like do your fucking job. And they would always say, no, it's easier to have a complaint form, stuff like that. It got really
Yeah, I
toxic,
got
and it
that
was,
all the time as well.
yeah.
Like even recently, I try to report a so I was like, look, I just want I just want you guys to speak up. No, I do a complaint form.
Yeah.
But I don't want anything to happen. Well, if you don't do a complaint form, I'm gonna happen this as well. Okay, then fine. And it was always like that when I was back in 2020. It was like constant. And just quickly, welcome to the stream, everybody. But yeah, and you go continue. I'm just texting people while I listen to you.
So the least toxic departments were dispatch and fire department because their role in the server is to support people. They're always chill. They don't really do anything. But the law enforcement departments, their staff, it got bad. I think they got like the winning mentality from the game and they just carried it out of game because they just they were always wanted to be right. No one was ever admitting to mistakes. No one was ever you know not passive aggressive because you can be outright aggressive. That's against the rules. You can't shit on people. You can't insult people. So what they do is they put it like in subtle messaging. I can't shit on you, but I can tell you I hate you without actually saying it.
Hold on,
So
stop
they
one
would,
sec.
yeah. So they would
Um,
be like,
what's
go for it.
you guys like that? What do
Never mind.
you mean, Ferguson? He just puts you guys like them young. My name is not Polecat. He's Polecat's the pedophile. He likes them young, not me. Okay,
Yeah,
fine. Let me just time him out. Continue.
you guys. What the fuck?
Oh
Nice.
shit! Oh, he's reading the messages. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no! Oh no! Oh shit! Oh damn! Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I forget I've got the messages on my screen. I'm sorry. Miss Ferguson, 22 that delete. Okay, fuck, continue. Fuck, just muted them for 300 seconds. I feel like a right dickhead.
I have to. I
Anyway,
have to think about what I was saying.
you were saying. Hold on. I can find it, bro. Good. Hold on. I'll get it. What were you saying?
I was thinking about one exact like example of the shit show that was happening.
That was the complaint
Oh,
forum.
yeah. No. So you would ask like,
Oh yeah, there you go. You got it.
you know, so there was a rule on running radar. I remember this example very clearly because it was so fucking shit. So there's a rule on running radar where you can't sit in a physical bush because who the fuck is gonna drive their police car in a physical fucking bush?
Me.
So there was an HP trooper sitting inside of a bush, and one of our sergeants, so PD, not me, he pinged SHP staff in the staff Discord, and he's like, "Hey, we've got a radar violation. Can you guys come and check it out?" And the HP lieutenants are fucking horrible, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. Two HP command teams people, so either lieutenant or captain, they instantly messaged like responded with like no violation here, thanks, and then like smiley face full on period. So they were super passive aggressive. You know, instead of saying, "Hey, thanks for reaching out, but I don't think this is bad," they would say, "Appreciate it, but not needed," smiley face, like the most toxic ass. And I got mad. I was like, "What the fuck do they think? Like, who do you think you are?" So, and then the sergeant that pinged them was like, "Yeah, but your SOP says this." And then after like a few messages back and forth, Darian comes in and he pings our sergeant, so the person that saw the violation.
Oh,
He's like, he's like, "Stop wasting your time. We have better things to do as a staff member. Stop looking out for petty violations. Full stop." And he pinged us, and I think he pinged the full staff team. The thing is, it's in your rules, so it's in the SOP, it's in the standard operating procedures. We as staff are, we're taught that we have to look out for violations because otherwise, why do the rules exist if you're not looking out for them?
I always noticed that with staff and trainings, especially. They were out to get probies.
Yes.
I got,
Mhm.
right, even as a civ, I got in trouble once, I think. And it was for like,
Mhm.
what did I do? Can't remember. I did
Probably
something
nothing.
dumb. It was really
Yeah.
stupid. It was like, it could have just been, hey, chill out. Put me in a staff room, recorded it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was so fucking
Yeah.
stupid. But yeah, he, like the leader of the community now, shat on a staff member for pointing out a violation. That's it. He didn't even say, "Can you staff him?" He just said, "Can you look at it?" That's it. And they responded with like a full-on toxic ass response. So we got mad and we told our admins, and our admins talked to their admins, and fucking nothing happened. Of course,
Yeah.
who can touch Darian? No one.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, just nothing came of that. But they were just so toxic, and that shit kept on continuing. You know how you can pin messages in Discord?
Right.
The first thing I did when I got staff was check the pinned messages, of
Oh,
course.
really?
And
Good man.
in the main staff channel, the pinned messages like was from Darian and Polecat saying,
Oh.
"You guys have to act mature and act, like adults, otherwise we will have to ban people." So that means at some point staff is so toxic to each other that Polecat and Darian had to pin their messages like to shut the fuck up, like stop being this like toxic. So yeah, as a member, I don't think DOJ is toxic, but as staff, other staff are fucking horrendous. Like they hate you. Like I don't know how, but they're all just except for like maybe 6, but they're just so toxic. Um, and that would happen a lot. The biggest problem we had was jurisdictional disputes every
Oh.
single time.
Oh,
Um,
don't get me
yeah,
started with jurisdiction. When I was a trooper, oh my god, it was such a debate in HP. I
yeah,
was a
so
probationary,
bad.
and
Mhm.
I was sitting at the road. I literally stopped to check my phone and go for the bathroom. I come back,
Mhm.
I've got a PD supervisor, a PD sergeant, a PD corporal, and a PD senior police officer all around my car going, "Hey, what are you doing in PD? What are you doing in the jurisdiction?" I says, I was checking my phone. I just got done with the call at the LDT. Yeah, but why are you here? Well, because I just got done with the call and I was going to the bathroom. I'm not going to piss myself for a fucking game. Yeah, but you need to get on the highway. I says, yeah, but I was in the bathroom. What do you not understand?
Yeah.
They dragged me in a staff room with an LT from HP, and I explained to him, and he went, all right, okay, I'll figure it out. Then I got a written warning for it.
So petty.
Bruh.
Like, yeah, but everyone was out to get you because
I was
they felt,
peeing.
yeah,
Like,
even PD staff, like I'm talking shit about HP, but even PD staff would be out to get you because there's like an atmosphere of
right,
toxicity. So
right, and it's
when everyone is toxic, you're gonna be toxic back because you want, if HP is fucking you, like fucking you over, like, oh, you have to do this, this, and this,
right.
you want to get them back. So you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you are 1 meter away from your jurisdiction. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get your staff.
yeah,
Get fucked,
you're
loser.
front bumpers over the line. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just calling your supervisor. It's just dumb. Like
yeah,
at the
and
end of the day, it's really stupid.
yeah, it's so bad.
No. Garrett doesn't like them young. That's Polecat. Oh no, yeah, oh, no, Garrett likes them young. Yeah, we don't know about that. We just we don't talk about Garrett. So 1093 passing on my job. What the hell did I tune into? You tuned into former DOJ staff. We're talking about how DOJ was corrupt back in the day. When I did my DOJ original video, they got like 16k views, and Polecat seen it. When I said that the staff were corrupt, because they are, most of them are. Anyway, sorry. Continue. Sorry. Let me know.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it corrupt. It's just toxic. Like
Toxic. Yeah.
fake friends,
Yeah.
all of them.
Exactly. The problem is, and I learned this very quick in DOJ, is you'll have people that friend you, but when you're higher than them, they'll fight to get higher than you. And
Mm-hmm.
I seen that a lot. My buddy Trevor, well, old buddy Trevor actually. I was a probationary deputy at probationary trooper. He got probationary trooper with me. We both passed training the same day, did it right along, same. We all passed same thing, right? I told him to relax on his hours because he was doing like 30 hours a week or something, and it was shocking. Like he had no life clearly. I was like, bro, you need to relax. You're gonna get yourself banned. Da, 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 da. He's like, nah, I'm not. All right, brother, you do you. I got promoted to trooper and he didn't. Then he started filing complaints against me. He got banned. Then I got banned like 3 months later, but that's not the point. But he
Oh
got
my
banned
god.
because he was putting in so many hours and he kept fucking up, breaking policies. I was like, I told you, and he's DMing me, bro, what the fuck? You got me banned. Da, 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 da. You're fake friend. I'm like, I did nothing. Like,
Yeah.
I was told by someone that you were putting in multiple complaints about me. Yeah, so it's very toxic and that's why when I've been in recent servers, if I see that, I'll stop it quick. Like if I'm staff, I will stop that quick. And if I like me starting a server myself, if I was to ever see any of my staff members doing that or departments arguing about that, I would stop it quick, or I'd get their departments to stop it quick, because it's not as much as like you. Because what I said is Polecat cuts out all the bullshit in his RP server. Like he cuts out everything in this video. He'll see
Yep.
something wrong or bad. That's why when Polecat live streamed, everybody fucked him over. People would scream over the RTO, the N word, because they could, because he couldn't cut that out live. You know what I mean? So that's where he fucked up. Gage Day, what's all happened to Polecat? There's allegations that Polecat's been a pedophile. There's proof right here. I'm gonna keep switching the screens every so often so you guys watch as we hear the formal DOJ staff member explain the situation. I need to make that clear so everybody understands. And Galaxy, welcome to the stream as well. Just a quick thing for everybody that's come from my last stream. You guys have your opinion, and you guys could do your opinion. The other thing I noticed was somebody's talking about Spinville really quick. Yeah, Spinville wasn't involved in the pedo stuff though. Sadly, basically, so yeah, Spinville did delete all his stuff. I'm not sure exactly why. I think it was because he was very involved with Polecat, and I think he was scared that he would get shit on him. That I don't think's fair, because you can't be. It's not his fault. He wouldn't have realized, so I wouldn't blame Spinville for anything. Spinville was actually really. I loved Spinville. His character was so funny, and that's where I'm like to myself. In a way, it is sad that Polecat's now off DOJ, because like we won't see Spinville again, and he was funny. I mean, yeah. Sorry, continue with your DOJ story. Or I can. Oh, you've caught. Are you there? Oh, you're there. You exist. He's not dead. Northern Alex is back. I'm kidding. It's not Northern Alex. I was joking. Or you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Normally, what you would want in a gaming community, again, this is not real life, this is not your job, this is a gaming community where people are meant to have fun. Ideally, what you would want is the philosophy of, hey, if people make mistakes, let's try and see why they made them, and let's try and see if we can help them correct it. But what ended up happening was, "Oh, you made a mistake. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Next." And we weren't ever introduced like to how we should behave. We all have our own personalities, and that's the interview. You know, you just talk, and they're like, "Okay, I like you. You're staff now." There was
Right.
never like a document saying, "You have to try and help people instead of just
99.
handing them disciplinary action." That never happened. The only thing we got was an orientation from a rank higher than us. So if I got sergeant, a lieutenant would run me through the process of my staff duties, and that was like, oh, when someone posts, a complaint, you can see them on this screen, and then you can do this, this, and this. So I'll just, all like Google form permissions and something like that. No one ever told us like when you shouldn't spectate because we could. And no one told us when you could do this, this, and this. I had to find out the hard way, and my friend as well. Not gonna mention it because he's still
No.
in. But
Yeah.
we found out the hard way that spectating people too much got IA on your ass.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it might sound logical because it's like Big Brother, or you can't be spectating people, but they give us the permission, and they don't tell us that we can't. So we just, we saw something happen, and we'd be like, I think he's breaking a rule. I'm gonna spectate, and then we would see a thing, and then that happened to the same person a few times. So the same person kept breaking the rules, and that person thought my friend was targeting him by spectating him because for some reason he knew he was being spectated. I don't know. There are scripts, you can probably install some shit to know.
Yeah. To get logs of it.
But he got IA on his ass like hard, like holy fuck. They would message him. He basically got targeted by IA. So like he needed IA at that point, but he was seen as a suspect when he literally was doing jack shit. Like it was bad. Um, and stuff like that just kept on happening. Like they never tell you anything. You have to learn. You're walking on eggshells as staff more than a member, because if you fuck up, it's like 10 times worse. For example, I mean, I don't care about him, so I'm gonna name drop him.
Ah,
But
name drop.
Casey, Sergeant Casey, he's still in there. I
Is he
mean, if he
really?
hears, yeah, he probably
Let's
is.
have a
He? I
look.
think he is.
Let's
He
have a
might have
look.
retired actually. If so, he doesn't care about me saying this, but
You said he's
he
what
was like in
department?
the voice channel with some members like patrolling, and he dropped someone's DA. Like he said, "Oh, I remember this guy getting DA," but you can only talk about your own DA. You can't reveal others people DA. Like that's
Right.
a rule, by the way, and that's
Oh,
only a
really?
staff rule. We have a separate staff rule document that we can't break. He got a 1090. So he got a promotion hold for saying someone got DA, not saying what. He
Is it
just said
KCO or KC8 or KC8?
Casey, I don't fucking know. I
KCO?
don't know his second
Sergeant? Is it PD?
PD sergeant.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's Casey. I know him. That's he's a Scottish friend. I've not spoken to him
yeah,
for
he's
years,
still on
but
the roster. I mean, I
yeah,
don't
he's
care.
still
I'll
in.
name
He's
drop.
still in there.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Ban me?
What are they gonna
Like,
find you and ban you? What?
so yeah, he just said like, blah 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 has DA. That's it,
Right.
basically, and he got a 1090.
Oh shit.
Like that's fucking shit. Because someone snitched to a lieutenant because that's DOJ. You want to snitch on people because if
Right.
Casey gets a promotion hold, you can get the
That
promotion and
promotion.
he can't. So that's how it worked. And instead of elevating each other and hyping each other up, that would happen. You would shit on
Right.
people.
And that's
Yeah,
that's where toxicity comes into effect big time.
yeah,
Is the fact we get friends with someone and shit on them. So I just want to say,
yeah.
Gage, Bugs, Jeff, and that didn't get any backlash from this, from my understanding. They're a part of OCRP. They're nothing to do with DOJ. Bugs is not streamed or recorded with Polecat for 4 or 5 years, I think. Yeah, Bugs finally started posting content. Yeah, he's back at it, and that's who I'm gonna go. Somebody asked my opinion on any opinions by Polecat up and just decides to transfer his server. What I mean in this sense, with that much benefit, and again, like I don't know. I have an idea he might have. I don't know. My opinion on is that he's left Polecat. He's left DOJ because of how much backlash it had on that community, and I think he wants to keep it because at the end of the day, the DOJ was Polecat's essential home. It was his community, and he ran that from the bottom up. And in a way, it is sad how it's gone out, but it's his own fault. If he didn't act in the manner he did, he wouldn't have fucked up his life. If that makes sense. No one else is to blame bar him. And yes, I know everybody comments in the last video saying, oh, he's not proven guilty to court, and that's fine. But when y'all does get proven guilty, y'all people that didn't believe me, y'all are gonna get laughed at like big time. Because it's stupid the fact you don't believe any of these are real. I don't have the video from, I think it was Rich or Runner, unless it's still up on his Twitter, and I'll find it because I remember Ollie said that I forgot about it, and he's 100% true. I did forget about it. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, here we go. Let me just see if I could quickly find the video. That's not it. Tweets and replies. Yeah, here you go. Here's the I'll let this play through and you guys can figure it out yourselves. So you cannot screen. I mean, as Ollie said on the last clip on the last stream was, unless some good editor can edit that in, crazy. But you can't because you watch because he clicks on his profile, and he shows it's his YouTube. So you can't really get away with that. All right, I'm gonna let this play through, and then you could just keep. Oh, well, there you go. There's the last bit of it. So there's his YouTube channel, and it's connected to his thing. So you cannot connect your channel unless you're the owner of it. So anybody doesn't believe that, that's fine. That's your own opinion, but you're stupid. Anyway, continue on that, sir. I mean, people that sit and defend him really does my head in. I get they're fans of him and stuff, but come on, like really, you cannot defend a pedophile. Like you just can't. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if he's paying you. You know, will Polecat's YouTube channel get deleted? I doubt it, if I'm honest. Unless YouTube get a real sniff of it, I think they will eventually. If someone thinks that's fake, you're 01Q. I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. It's a waiting game. But yeah, continue, the unmystery staff man from DOJ, or formal staff man from DOJ.
I'm casually eating as well. The way I see it is, a lot of us, former staff, we left or got banned. I'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah.
Or resigned. And it was a pretty easy decision because I've been in DOJ for 2 years. I spend a lot of fucking effort, not really patrol, but like effort, like out of game stuff, into the community. And I believe the evidence, and I just leave like that. And some fans, they're not really, they watch the videos, but they're not actually engaged in effort, So for me, it's difficult to like, defend them because I have the ins and outs. They have like the outside picture that is like made by Polecat to look good. Of course, he's not gonna say he's a fucking pedophile when he is one. The way I see it, if you're innocent, he would have said something in the beginning. He would have said, "This is fake. I can prove why." Blah blah blah, and he would have continued. He would have made videos. What happened was he stayed quiet. He left the community. Innocent people don't do that. Innocent people don't give up their community.
Right.
Let me tell you that. What?
Bruh, when
That's
is exactly his example. Sorry to cut you off. It was like when I got accused of giving out leaked assets. Bro, I didn't just go quiet. I fucking argued that shit for ages. And then everybody found out that how leakers work because they buy the product, then give it out. Bro, I'll be honest, I was using leaked assets, but I wasn't fucking giving them out because I didn't have the money to use them or buy them. Hence why I was fucking using them. And then they laid off me, and then that was it because I didn't sit there and think, well, I'm guilty or whatever, I'll hide. Because when you hide, people realize that, yeah, Polecat left. If you guys need me, I will. Hold on, I need to hide this man's name so you can't see who he is. I don't want to call him out. That's not fair. But I'm still in the DOJ Discord. Look. Oh shit! It still shows your name. I've got an idea. No. I've got an idea. Hold on. Right? You're a fucking asshole. You're calling out Polecat. How dare you?
Yeah, I'm already banned, people. You can't blackmail me.
You can't blackmail me? Hey, yo, buy them Steam gift cards. You'll be fine.
You can't. There's nothing to be exposed. I'm already gone.
Yo, I'm just gonna use the thing. Is that gonna work? Please fucking work. Oh, it works so good. Oh, that is fucking awesome. All right, So now I go yonder. So Polecat's here, no longer in his Discord. You guys see it on the website, not there, right? So he's gone. He'll never. I don't know if he'll be back. You know. And quick to recap to what Seth said. I think it was Seth. You said any media member on my Q&A. Where was that? You said that when you, yeah, I'm still in shock. I looked up this man. I love this content, but he did this, and not gonna lie, it hurt a little, and it did. It hurt me because when the first time when Rich started out with it, I was like, yeah, sure, brother, keep talking bullshit, get over it. It's not real, yada yada, and that's how we all went because we all believed that it was fake, right? We all wanted to believe it was fake because that's how humans work. If you like somebody's content or if you like someone as a person, I don't know why I liked him as a person. You start defending them, right? And that's where we all wanted to do. So we all played that defense mode of, nah, it's not real. You'll be fine. We all know it's not real. So and then I blew under the blew under. And then one day I was playing OMZ 2, funny enough, on a British map because I'm toxic like that. Always DM me, bro, you need to get enrolled on a stream. Shit's kicking off, bro. He's fucking calling out Polecat for being a pedophile. I'm like, I'm sorry, who? What? When? Where? Where's the stream? And then he sent me the link, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? And I sat in that stream the whole damn time until he got banned. Like, best thing ever. Sorry, Ollie, just called you out for sending me that, but I'm sorry. But anyway, go ahead, sir, with your information.
Sorry. Yeah. Um, I was actually on vacation when the
Of
Roadrunner stuff happened.
course you were.
And I think this time it was way more effective than what Sosa did, because this actually hit the community. Like, it was in the community. Sosa was
Yeah.
like third-party media. You had to Google it to actually find it. But here,
Right.
Roadrunner tagged people, put it in announcements. He's like, here you go, get fucked. I didn't see the initial announcement, but of course I have friends that are like, oh shit, beef, drama. They screenshot it, they save it, they send it to me. So, you know, I have the time to watch it finally. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I didn't leave instantly. I didn't get banned instantly. I'm not like that. I was like, you know, I love drama. I'm gonna stay and see what the fuck happened.
Why I stayed.
I was purposefully not doing my staff duties. Like, people were like violating the rules. People are like calling like Polecat a pedo in the chat. I didn't remove the message. I was like, this shit is way too funny.
Well, I stayed because Chicken Man asked me to stay. Trent, I said to Trent, I was like, Trent, what's your long run for this Q&A? He says, I'm playing it out. I says, well, I might resign. He says, nah, don't play it out. All right, I'll play it out and wait. I'll wait because I have like, even though Trent like mucked up the server I'm in at the minute, I have a lot of respect for Trent, and he knows. I presume he knows that. Regardless, I mean, people are saying they don't like him because he's defending Polecat in certain ways. Guys, he's Polecat's buddy. What do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta expect it. And like, at the end of the day, because whatever he does with Polecat, that's fine. But like, I'll still talk to him if I see him. I'll still talk to him if he's in his Discord. Like, I'm not gonna ignore the guy. But I love drama. I mean, I'm sorry to say, I love drama. It's so good to watch. See what? I don't have Polecat's content to watch anymore, so I just sent DOJ and watched the General Chart Rumble. It's fantastic. Honestly, guys, if you don't, bruh, apply for DOJ. Just don't get the drama. Sorry. Don't apply.
So I saw all of that shit, and I had a friend link me the the leak Discord, basically the DOJ leak Discord. I joined that shit instantly. I was like, I'm gonna leave anyways, so if I get banned or leave, it's the same result. It's not like I want to reapply. Like, what the fuck?
Nah.
So I join it, and I just start fucking chatting the shit like out of people that are still in the community, because I hated some motherfuckers, but you can't say anything because everyone is toxic and it's against the rules. So I instantly just, you know, no filter, just, you know, you just like, fuck this person, because they were assholes and
Right.
toxic and backstabbers.
Oh, there's so many backstabbers. And the one thing that I was surprised that Robert D went back. He went back to DOJ, Civ 5. He returned after 2 days of resigning. That is crazy to me. Like,
I think that guy has kids, by the way. It took him
Do
so
you?
many days to leave a community ran by a pedophile with kids. Like I was baffled. Yeah, I think he has. Someone
Uh,
told me. I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna
you know
say it's a
what?
fact, but
If he
that would be
does what he
insane.
does, man. But at the end of
Yeah,
the day, it's like you. If people, the way I say it now is, no one can really hate on DOJ now because he's not there. Like,
you don't need Polecat to hate on DOJ.
well, I mean, I
You don't.
suppose not. You don't. I mean, Darian's questionable from the start. I mean, I don't.
Yes, holy fuck.
When I was in this is one scene that I'll report from Darian was, I've actually got a video clip from two cops giving me utter bull. I'll show it in the stream actually. It's juicy. These two cops acting like roadmen from the UK, speaking to me like utter shit. The only time I needed fucking Ollie to call a supervisor, he didn't fucking do it. But yeah, they gave me complete shit, give me output cheat all the way down to the station. The annoying thing was is my mic wasn't on, like in the recording, so you don't hear what I was saying. But bro, I was giving them a shit back. I was like, bro, who the fuck are you speaking to? I was like, probably shouldn't be doing this because I'm sending it to staff right now. But oh well. But I think like that, when you see that and you report it to staff and they go, oh, to fill out a complaint, you're just like, bro, really? Like, you guys are looking for shit to do, and I'm giving you something to do, and you're denying it. Like, what is wrong with you? But if I go and do something, you'll tell my staff members from Seven, will drag me in a fucking room and yell at me for calling somebody a fucking asshole. But yeah, sorry. Continue.
So yeah, I joined that, and I started talking mad shit. And this is the incident that got me banned. I kept on, just kind of talking shit, but it's like a third party media, and I wasn't just spamming out the N word because I fucking hate people that do that. I believe your criticism should be legitimate and actually trustworthy. So I was still polite, to a certain extent. And
he
there's
goes,
this motherfucker,
he goes, real kind sir, you're a
Brendan,
dickhead.
no,
Oh,
no,
oh, he's name dropping.
Brendan, what?
He's name dropping. Go for it. Oh, sure.
Yeah, Brendan 5 Sheriff 15. Fuck you. HP Sergeant, like Master Sergeant, whatever the fuck. He joined the Discord to snitch on people. If you ever do that, I hate you. You're a scumbag. Like, he only joined that to get people banned. So what happened was, they had like a DOJRP had like an impromptu TeamSpeak meeting where like 100 members were in the same general channel talking.
Oh yeah, I
Someone
see.
was live streaming it.
Oh,
Motherfucker Brendan told the staff, because I was also in the staff chat. I saw him type in the staff chat, "Hey, people are streaming this. Can you ban them?" I saw it. I messaged the
hey, I
leak
would have
Discord.
streamed
I was
that.
like, "Hey, can you remove Brandon? He's leaking. He's a fucking cunt." So they started they started looking into it. He did it again, so I snitched on him again. I tagged him in the leak Discord. I'm like, "Hey, dude, you're a fucking snitch. Like, get a life. Like, get a fucking life."
Oh,
And
dude.
so he, I heard his feeling. I heard his feeling. So he told the PD admins that I was, talking shit and talking about DOJRP while I was still in there. And so Lorenzo banned me, but he didn't ban me. He removed me from all assets.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Rolanzo's such a chill guy, man. Like,
Yes.
I have
No, no,
mad
no.
respect for him.
No,
Until
no.
he's about to change my opinion.
Yeah, I might. But
Okay.
so, um, I got removed from all assets like Discord, servers, TeamSpeak,
I mean, I'd
and
hope you would after all
I
that.
lost my member and staff perms on the website,
Oh,
right?
that's toxic.
But
Oh,
I wasn't banned. They didn't ban me. They forgot. I don't have a ban reason. Still to this day, I didn't get an email. I didn't get a message. I didn't get a DM. So I was sitting there like, does this mean I'm banned? Because I can still apply next cycle, and I am gonna apply, but they're not gonna like it. Um, so I fill out a complaint form because I still had all the links bookmarked because I was staff. So I filled out a complaint form, LSPD staff, like a whole message like, hey, if you're reading this, think about what you're doing, blah blah blah. Like get the fuck out of this community. There's a pedophile.
right.
running it, not even in it. And I was like, hey, Lorenzo, if you read this, DM me or contact me. I want to know my ban reason. Like, very politely, kind of. I just said I'm disappointed because I know Lorenzo is for clarity and, spreading information that is correct. And he can't even give me a reason why I'm banned. So he puts that entire message into the LSPD staff chat. I know because I still have friends, and they just they screenshot it, send it to me.
Right.
His response was like, "Oh yeah, he was banned for he was banned for plotting to troll a patrol server." So they thought I was gonna
Yeah.
grief. I never said that. I only said, "quote unquote," if I get banned, I will go out with a bang. That's it. That's
Okay.
it. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
shit.
Nah.
And it said if I get banned, so I wasn't planning on getting banned, but I know there's a chance because DOJRP is full of fuckers. So Brandon, Brandon got me banned. I fucking hate him. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, you are just,
I mean, like, as again,
the lowest.
it's a lot of backstabbing. So I have a lot of
Yeah.
people asking
Holy shit.
questions here. No, yeah, Ashley wasn't dating Polecat from my understanding. They were just
Mhm.
friends. Pretty sure. Yeah, she is engaged to someone else from my understanding. It sucks that Ghost left. He really did a lot for the server, especially server. Yeah, he did. He actually owned the VPS for server X. That was hilarious. That's not good. That was that's what I was wondering if she got was going to be brought into the Polecat. See, no, you cannot bring someone else into Polecat's mess because like that's like me being Polecat's brother, right? And you all call me a pedophile or you're related to a pedophile. Well, yeah, I can't help that. My mom pushed at him. Like, that would be like an example. So it's not her fault that if she was to be brought into that would just be ridiculous. Because the fact of you guys would like the haters would just be like going at her for no reason. But no, she's I don't think she's done anything wrong. Tom Williams. What I am gonna say is it's up to this anonymous guy. If he wants to answer any of your questions, you can stick them in chat. I'll tell you when to do it, and then you guys can ask questions. Like if you have any questions regarding staff side or just member side, anyway. But yeah, you want to continue? Well, I mean, you want to continue this topic, or I can ask you? I can't remember what I was meant to ask you now.
You can go for it. I can just talk for hours. So if you
Okay,
want
well,
specific stuff, you should
okay.
ask.
Let's go with. So when did you see stuff going downhill in DOJ from staff side of things? Like when you become a staffer, when did you see
Oh,
like
let me think
how
about
many?
because
Well, the question is then how many departments were you in the staff? So you're in LSPD, is corporal and senior corporal. You said
yeah, I only ever got staff in LSPD. I never got staff in LSFD or BCSO.
okay,
I got staff in LSPD, and that you can't get two staff positions at the same time.
right?
But you can interact with all other staff members because your job is to keep the community safe.
Yeah.
So you have to
Were
work
you ever
together.
staff in civilian or no? Because I'm sure I seen your name in civilian.
No, I've never been in Civ. I was a Civ
Okay.
reserve, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, I just want to say I don't want anybody to put any hate on Ashley because Ashley's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, I
Ashley was
don't
pretty
think she's done
funny.
anything.
She's awesome. When I spoke to her briefly in Poga's Discord before they banned me, because Braxton, the little fucking 5-year-old, yeah, fuck you, Braxton. By the way, you're an actual dickhead. I hate you with a passion. You're actually, bro, I could say you're so far up Polecat's arse. It's not even funny. And yes, literally so far up Polecat's arse. It's not even funny. The day that I got back into DOJ, about a week later in patrol, he snitched to Polecat. He texted Polecat in his DMs and was like, "Hey, Ramsey's back in server. I don't know how," or some bullshit, because that's how Polecat pulled me into Taiwan, because he told me someone texted him. And Braxton, it was after the interaction with you. So fuck you if you watch this. You're a fucking prick. And I'm so glad you got removed from DOJ's media team, because fuck, you never deserved it. Fuck you. Anyway, moving on. Next topic would be, when did you see stuff going down in like DOJ when you got staff? Like when did you see a major change?
Like downhill. There's a
Yeah, like
few things that happened. Like not the toxicity was always there, so that
right.
I don't call it downhill. But the
No.
actual downhill part was for me was the stupid ass big community decisions, like the massive community decisions. They were fucking horrendous. For those that don't know, we used to have a TeamSpeak plugin called like DOJ Radio and like
Yeah, I
our
remember
own
that.
cat. And they just decided, server X, it's a separate server run by Ghost. Ghost is like, I feel like putting in a whole new cat and a whole new radio only for this server. So at that point, we had two radios and two cats,
Really?
which is the dumbest shit. Yeah, at the same time, yeah. So you had to learn two systems at the same time. You had to be like, hey, probationary, you know this entire thing now? Yeah, get fucked, because this is totally different. Bye bye. Yeah, so they had two completely different systems, and it divided the community, first of all. Second of all, way too much knowledge to remember. And then they had to remove the TeamSpeak plugin because for some reason, I don't know, I think the person that made it left, and they were like, "Hey, you can't use my shit," and they were gonna like like sue or some dumb shit,
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
So we had to change. We went to a in-game radio plugin that was like so the audio quality. Oh yeah. So it was made by like a simulator person. So they were like, I wanted to sound like an actual radio,
Oh god.
and it did.
Oh, did it?
It was like when you were talking, it was like muffled, like holy fuck, noisy. My ears were bleeding the first time I used it. But the problem is, real life radios are on your chest or on
Right.
your hip.
In your ear or something.
They're not directly in your ear. So we're getting radio quality from like police and ambulances in directly in my headset, in my eardrums. That's the worst audio quality ever. So people kept saying like, it fucking blows, I can't hear shit, it's a nice radio but I can't fucking hear shit and it hurts. So you know what they did, that jack shit, they said, okay, we'll look into a option to remove the rumble and the distortion, because that was on purpose, by the way.
Oh
For
really?
some reason, people wanted distortion. Yeah,
Oh
let's
why?
go. So fun. And they made a legacy option or whatever the fuck they called it, so you can go back to the old version. So meaning they had a clear version, but they they added distortion. So you could go back to the clear version, but it didn't have any support, and it was glitchy, and it was a mess, and it fucking sucked, and you had to turn it on every single time you joined the
Right.
server.
Yeah. I have to
So
set it up.
that's one of the things where the community went, fuck, like that's
Yeah.
one red flag. Um, Second red flag, the queue system. They just kept on changing that shit. So
Oh.
first of all, only one staff member could like jump the queue to make sure staff is in server, so people don't fucking RPG grieve and shit like that. But
Right.
then they started adding like, oh, now two people can do it. Oh, now you have to wait this long. Now you have to wait this long. And then they made it so there is no queue limit and you just have a bot. So we started to get queues of
Nice.
32 people,
Yeah,
and
I seen that.
I sat through a queue of 20 people once, 20, so not even 35. 2 hours and a half, and I wasn't in yet, so I left. I was like, I'm gonna play a different game. Fuck any of this. So that's another red flag, because
I
it
remember
doesn't.
that from my old community,
Yeah.
GSRP. So if you got red at like if you got admins, like if you become a sergeant, you'd get like priority queue and get in. And if you didn't, if you remember, you had to wait in the queue. But I remember I joined queue once, and I was wanting to stream at like 10 o'clock. I was like 8 o'clock my time. I didn't get in server till 11 o'clock. I was just watching YouTube videos. And I heard, "Hey Ramsey, you're up." And I was like, "Oh shit, cool." And I left. I was like, "Bro, what time is it?" I was like, "Oh my god, it's 11 o'clock." I streamed for like an hour and went to bed. I was like, "Bro, that was not worth 2 hours, 3 hours of waiting." It was so funny. But yeah, the queue system, like recently when I've seen it, is like 24 people in queue, 30 people. I'm like, why you guys wait? There's 3 servers. And then you wonder and you look at the server and think, Polecat's there. And you think, I'm a civ, I just skip all that whole queue and jump in civ R2. It's great. Like, but the stuff like that, that's where I think is like, I get you guys have got like a lot of people in trying to get in the server, but I mean, and the other thing that I had before that I thought was really unfair that they were kicking probationaries out of server when Polecat was getting in. I read that on SOP. I was like, oh, if Polecat324 gets in server, you may be kicked or be asked to get out of server. Why? Like, that's not fair. And I think that's really, in a way, biased because you're using it against because we are a probationary, so they might fuck up in server. Well, if they fuck up in server, then they'll learn and they won't fuck up again. I think kicking somebody out, and I said this in my recent server that I'm in, is I just got Formula 1, is like, I would rather sit and talk to somebody for 15 minutes about what they did instead of going, you're getting a 1090 or you're getting written up. Because that, to me, is just stupid. Um, like, I feel
But
that, like, it's just power.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
that's not the way they told us to
no,
say.
exactly. And yeah, Ollie, I agree with that. Polka should just wait like the rest of it. That's right. I mean, yeah, fair enough. He could probably skip the queue. He's 1 out of 1. He's trying to create fun content. But I mean, the fact that he's telling the staff members to kick probies out of game if Polecat's in.
Mhm.
Um, it actually
I agree.
happened to me once. Is when I got sheriff, I transferred to sheriff, and it was when that policy just came out. I just got sheriff, got in server, and got kicked out after waiting 15 minutes in the queue. I was fucking. I was honestly so pissed off. I put in a complaint against the guy that did it, and then he's like, yeah, but I says, I don't give a fuck. I waited like so long to get in server to just be kicked out because Polecat's in server. I'm like, bro, the guy's like all of us, because he's got a few 100,000 subs doesn't mean anything. Then the staff member goes, actually, he's got over 1 million. I was like, I give a fuck what he's got. Regardless, we shouldn't be getting kicked out. Yeah, regardless, he's a pedophile now. So guess who won? I won. So fuck you, cunt. Like,
yeah, suck it.
yeah. So yeah, what's your next downhill red flag?
The corruption just started to become worse. That's one of them. And it just like it was tiring. Like you can only you can take it as a member, but as staff, it's fucking horrendous. So
Darian.
let's yeah, also, but let's talk about our best friend Braxton actually.
Oh yes,
and it's not necessarily his fault, but this was like one of the worst Polecat moments I ever had. But so I was patrolling with a friend of mine. We were both sergeants in PD. And Braxton was like, driving like the wrong car on like a fucked up like plainclothes or something. Like shit, he definitely shouldn't have, because he was like a probationary reserve police officer. That's like the lowest you can be in the entire of LSPD. So we, you go to the staff room, shit. And he did like he broke like enough rules to get a 1090 actually. Yeah. And so he was getting staffed by PD. And the lieutenant is there because they know, Braxton, Polecat, bong bong. But fucking Polecat joins the staffing, and he's like, "You guys don't have to staff him. He has to make videos, so he can't get a 1090 because he has to patrol." So he admits to us that Braxton can get away with anything. He just joins his side. He doesn't need a 90.
Well, yeah, Roadrunner said that in a leaked live stream that I seen that Polecat. He used to text Polecat by, "Yo, I'm getting staffed," and he'd just jump by, "Yo, we'll deal with it from here," and he'd get away with it.
Yeah.
And that constantly happened.
So instead of telling staff, "Oh, you shouldn't do that," he waits for us to fuck up. Then he joins, and then he's like, "Why does he need a 1090? Like, tell us beforehand, you fucking idiot! Like, why are you?" That's intimidation. He joins, and he barely said anything. He, his rank was intimidating us. That's it.
No, it is, and it's not even his rank. It's
he
his
knows
background. He knows that when he joins, everybody shuts up and goes, "Why is he in here?"
Yeah,
like
no
one
wants to talk to him because you just know you're
scared.
Bad guy.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, bro, fuck that. I'll just be quiet. Use your Fifth Amendment. Be quiet." And that's again, that's a lot. That's corruption.
It kept on happening.
I said it to like when I started up Sonoran at Southern Roleplay. I said that I don't care if you're my friend. You'll follow exactly the same procedure as everybody else. If you fuck up, you get in trouble. You fuck up and you get in trouble. Your own fault. Don't DM me about it. Don't tell me, "Oh, I'm getting screamed at," because you're getting DM me. I'll tell the staff that you're staffing, and they'll tell me you're DMHA and you're breaking COC, so they'll wide you on that. Not to be a dick, but so the point is the rules still apply to you like anybody else, and that's why I think when Roadrunner was talking about how he used to just build a text Polecat and Polecat used to come and tell him to leave it, he'll deal with it. That's where I thought, bruh, like, come on, you can't. That's just not fair. Because that means Polecat should be doing that for every single member that gets staffed. You know what I mean? Like, and someone said that Martin was the best higher up in HP. I 100% agree with that. Martin was so chill. It's a shame he had to go. But when was it? What was his name? Who was the old commissioner that really fucked up? He's in this forum somewhere. What was his name?
Only known Darian, I'm not gonna lie.
It starts with D.
I know Julio was HP admin.
No, there was a big document about how much he fucked up HP. He was in a lot of Polecat videos a while ago. Right, do you remember, any of y'all remember the old HP commissioner? He left DOJ, so there goes more than half of his followers. Yeah, probably. Who remembers the old, what was his name? Oh, Parker, welcome to the stream. What's his name?
No.
Forgot. Start with a D. You talking about that bald dude? I don't know. He had a really deep voice.
No.
No, not Darian.
That would be a bit too obvious.
Yeah, right. That's the corrupted. I'm still getting banned from DOJ if it's not Alan. I'll be hunting this week. No, not Ghost, not Spinville. No, like
The
no, not.
commissioner or
He was
the
commissioner. He was back like
second in rank.
years ago. Commissioner, not What Muppet, not Spinville, not Blackwood Hall. No, none of them. But or the original like commissioner.
Darren has been commissioner for ages, so I don't know the
It
whole
was like
process.
years ago, like 2017, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
He used to he did he was no, not Martin. No. It was before Martin. Is it Davion? Darian? Not Darian. Dave is it Davion? Davion? Dovon? That's not it. Davion? Is it Davion?
You could probably
No,
find that
not
in
Jeff.
documents, actually.
I can. I'm trying to because there was a thing about how he made the department shit. Davion, that's it. No, it is Davion. No, not Dave. Yeah, Dave. That's it. No, it was Davion. Is it as he spell it? Davion. Devon. Yeah, I think it was him. Yeah, him. Yeah, yeah, Davion. He fucked up HP big time. So then, okay, well, this is the question that we're all want to figure out. Martin was pretty funny. Most times I laughed. Oh yeah, bro, he was funny. I love him. All right. So what? Obviously, well, I mean, we all know what made you leave, dude. What was your kind of reason for leaving DOJ? I guess.
I was actually thinking about retiring before the allegations because, you know, the staff duties, that shit was becoming way too much effort. It
Right.
didn't become harder, but maintaining it for that long, because I was staff for 8 months or 10 months, and I was like, this is just too much. So I got like, you know, a thought in the back of my head, like, you know, I should either retire or like drop a few things, because I had a few reserved departments. And then the allegations dropped. And I'm like, you know, this is the perfect opportunity. I don't give a single fuck anymore after this. I'm not gonna stay in a community where I was having thoughts of leaving anyways or retiring. And the leader is a fucking pedophile, which is like one of the worst moral crimes you can commit in your life. Like, not even joking. So it was a no-brainer. I'm like, fuck this. And one of the motivations for leaving one as well was like, I can't deal with all of this toxic shit anymore. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
So for me, if Polecat didn't do the allegation, or if the allegations didn't come out, which, you know, it's not an allegation anymore, it's, you know, it's almost a fact at this point, but
Yeah.
for legal
For
reasons, it's an
legal reasons, it's
allegation.
an allegation.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
So the
my,
allegations came out, and I was like, yeah, I'm fucking out. If they didn't happen, I would have stayed for like 5 months max, and I think I would have been gone.
just so you guys know, we're
Um,
interviewing an unknown ex staff member from DOJ
yeah, in PD, I was
in PD,
Sergeant 2.
Sergeant Two in there. That's all the information
Um,
we're getting. If he feels comfortable at the time to where he just wants to spring out who he is, then that's his opinion. But I don't think he will because he's already dropped like
uh-huh.
multiple names. Obviously everybody knows who I am because it's literally in my title. But you know,
Yeah.
hi. But I mean, I'm just trying to understand. Like, I want to try and interview as many ex members from DOJ or
Mhm.
people that's had interactions with Polecat, but there's just that many that don't really respond. Like I put in the Discord that I'm in, that I think, you know, I thought, hey, bro, I might get a few people that might want to do this. But oh, somebody says sorry for your loss of RP career, Mr. Unknown. That was from Shane.
Yeah, man. My job, god damn it.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on.
your job, right? You're not getting paid 40 grand a
Yeah.
year anymore,
Oh, what
bruh.
will I do next? Oh my god. Notice. I'm glad
Ramsey,
they.
you are a real one for showing all this. Testing the waters, laughing my ass off. Yeah, bro, I'm being sketchy. Bro, my dad's calling me. Hold on, start speaking real quick so I can answer.
Did he say start? Yeah, start. Okay. I'm glad they banned me first of all. Um, you know, it's like a good goodbye. You know, you get like more time. Um, you're away from the toxicity. That's the biggest part.
Right.
But another red flag
Oh yeah, go for it.
started to pop up was the civ department. I was getting smaller and smaller. Like we didn't have enough civs for patrols, and the patrols were boring and quiet because no one was doing scenes. no RP interactions. So they started closing LEO departments and only opening Civ, LSFD, and comms
So annoying.
in hopes that people would join Civ because, they're so desperate to get into DOJRP they will join a dep they don't want,
I
which,
did that.
like, what the fuck is that?
I did
What is
that.
that Exactly.
And it was
It
disgusting.
works, you see. That's one of the red flags. Like, it's dying. They kept on reducing the requirements for the members, the staff, because they realized no one wants to stay in this shithole where you have a second job. So we're gonna lower it. Because as I said earlier, the promotion requirements were 20 patrol hours. It used to be, I saw an old photo. I'm not fucking joking.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
honest to God.
This
One
comment
of
is
them.
so funny. This guy goes, Braxton's over there sucking Pole Daddy's willy. I'm sorry. Anyway,
One or
continue.
two staff ranks. I'm not even joking because I saw an old document. Um, the promotion requirements were like 30 patrol hours. On God, 30. That's a lot. That's like how many days in a month? That's like 1 hour a day, which you're like, oh, that's not a lot. Keep in mind your staff, so you have to actively staff. You're not just only patrolling. It's literally your job to monitor the server while you're patrolling. So 30 is a lot for some people. For me as well. I never reached 30 after a certain point. I don't know what they were thinking. They're fucking insane. They're head in PD. Shit kept on happening. Oh, PD beef. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
We used to have Jay, 2Lincoln5 as an admin. I'm just
Right.
gonna drop this because I mean, who gives a single fuck?
Who's gonna ban you,
We
right?
had what?
Who's gonna ban you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Uh, yeah, I'll start at the beginning actually. So we had a Sergeant 3. Either it's Benjamin or the other guy, but it was a TU supervisor. I fucking forgot the name. But he wanted to get promoted to lieutenant because who doesn't?
Right.
So he faked his patrol hours to get it. Like
Um.
he faked patrol logs. He got it. Um, and after like 6 months, they discovered like shit, it's faked. I don't know how. Probably someone snitched, but it's faked. So they did an IA investigation. He lost perms because you can't have perms while being IA investigated, even if you are innocent. So yay! And after a week, he got the perms back, and he was quietly made to retire. He made an announcement that, hey guys, I'm retiring. Totally his own decision. This is what they do.
Right.
They force you to retire or leave instead of
Yeah.
demoting you. Because demoting people makes the department look bad. So, hey, can you retire on your own terms? You'll still be able to patrol, blah, blah, blah. You just can't be an active staff member, like forcing, like quietly shoving you under the rug.
Yeah.
So he did that. Totally his own decision. And that decision was made by admin J, admin Lorenzo, and a few other admins. And, Adam, like chief of police at the time, Adam
Yeah.
Lincoln 1. Um, HA discovered that it was only, um, yeah. HA discovered that, they didn't ban him or whatever. Like, they were angry. They're like, what the fuck? So they demoted admin J for not demoting another guy. So they demoted admin J back to captain. So 2Lincoln 5 became 2Lincoln 10. And Adam went back down to 2Lincoln 04 instead of 2Lincoln 01.
Jesus.
Lorenzo wasn't touched. No one else that was in the staff room to make the decision was touched. Only Adam and Jay. So they were singled out of everyone because Lorenzo was only a junior admin. They said, nice, GG, nice reasoning.
Yeah.
So they singled out two admins for not making a. So basically, this messages if you're being nice, you get demoted. So, another toxic trait, you have to be a fucking dickhead, otherwise they will target you. You know, nice culture, Polecat, fuck you.
Yeah. Right.
Um, so that happened. Obviously Jay goes into instant LOAs where,
Yeah.
you don't
Leave
have
of
any
absence.
activity, blah blah.
Yeah.
Instantly for like 90 days, because who the fuck wouldn't? You just got demoted from
Oh yeah.
assistant, like deputy chief of police to like lieutenant because you didn't demote someone else. Like, what? Being nice, fuck you. Or being corrupt. Maybe they were friends.
Yeah.
Other side of the coin. So yeah, that happened. And they never told anyone. Members were like, why is the chief of police now the assistant chief of police? Like, you dropped a few spots. They're like, due to certain circumstances that we can't tell, something happened. Like, oh yeah, the members are gonna feel safe with their leadership if they get demoted.
Mhm.
And then we got Travis, as a temporary chief of police intern, to quote unquote make sure the department is headed in the right direction. So basically, HA was fucking LSPD. They thought we were all corrupt. They thought we were shit, and they wanted to change the department. The reason is because we were different than the other LEO departments. We were more geared towards the member base. We were, nicer. Can be nice. We did things differently. And HA was like, nah, you have to be tyrants, or you have to do this, this, and this. So we were
Right.
making our own decisions, and HA was like, no, you have to make our decisions. Like, become like BCSO, basically. And so stupid. So Travis came in, and instantly, without voting, they changed a few things like activity requirements, promotion requirements, blah blah. Blah. This, and this vehicle structure. They made it more relaxed for the members, so that's a good thing. But at the same time, no one had input. It was straight from HA. Other departments didn't have to do that. We became instantly more relaxed than HP and BCSO ever were in their fucking existence. Um, no choice of our own because HA was like, LSPD is dying. I mean, I don't know how they thought that, sure, and they just forced shit down our face. So yeah, they used Travis because Travis, he's a good guy, but basically they used Travis to change LSPD, which
Right.
isn't bad necessarily, but we
No,
didn't have any
but
input. No
to
one
be
had
honest,
input.
Travis was former A2, two Lincoln one of them. I mean, Travis got given so many ranks, and I think Travis took an underload of too much for himself. I think, if personally I say so. I mean, because he resigned fairly after everything that happened, a few days after, because I think he said he didn't want to be under fire, and that's fair. I mean, I wouldn't want to be under fire either if that was the case. I just need to quickly go some of these things. Let's see here. So we've got. See, if I was DOD, I would actually work for a real scheduled time, like 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. So how long before DOJ closes? Well, it's under new management, so I don't think it will. Jay, welcome to the stream. That was from like 10 years ago. Laugh my ass off. New Soviet Union, right? The only people that are allowed to have fun seems to be the people who were recording with Polka, or if he allows you in his close circle. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. That was yeah. Fire Kitten went to ARP, and she was supposedly demoted multiple times. Martin went to Worldwide. He's LSPD chief in there. He's doing pretty well. I've got DMs with him, so he's doing great. Damn it, Dave. He's with Bugs, Jeff, and OCRP. Just said he had it going. He was going good. Then bam, he's gone. No trace other than a Polecat's video with him. Right? Agreed. I miss Muppets episodes with him. They were hilarious. Yeah, I could agree with that. They're pretty funny. Davion, that's his name. Yeah. Law enforcement needs to be notified if not already. I think they are. If I'm honest. Seth, you said 38 viewers. Goddamn. Rebecca said, right, Muppet, Ronnie, and Elder were pretty funny clips. Yeah, they were. My stomach dropped when I read those messages. Had something very similar happen to me when I was 15. Yeah, it's not nice. I mean, these, I'm just having them up so they're there. But yeah, it's pretty disgusting. And I'm sorry that you went through when you were 15, because it's not good.
Yeah,
Shane
that's not
says, it's
not
not,
fun.
it's awful. And I hope you got the help that you needed and all that jazz, and you're all good now. I think he went to another server who, Spinville, or I don't know. Yeah, Martin's in Worldwide. Martin was chill, took no shit from Polka. Oh yeah, I know he didn't. Um, I don't know why you guys had Nivea Highway Patrol looking cars if you had CHP cars. I didn't get the whole point. Well, DPS was Nevada based, and then HP was HP based. But I hope they changed that up. With the new management, that'd be pretty cool. What's this? They used to use it. Oh, that's the response to them. I'm still gonna follow Polecat just to see what. Oh yeah, I mean, as I said, I I appreciated Polecat's content, but I didn't appreciate what he did. Like, he made some great content, some great videos. But what he did is he fucked up that career. And I do feel bad for people. Like, I've been reading some of the comments on that last stream, and it's like, it is sad because like you watched like I think it was one girl that commented says, I bought all this merch and all this, and now my money's gone to a pedophile. And it's like, it is true.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reality of
Bad
it.
feeling.
I bought a T-shirt from Polecat, and I'm gonna burn it on stream at some point. Not in my house because I like my house, but I'm gonna burn it on stream. I'm gonna record it and put it on because like as much as it's got DOJ on it, it's why did he stop streaming? Don't know. No one knows. He never made a video about it. That's why I don't think he'll ever make a video about this because he never made a video about why he stopped streaming. It just stopped. How do we know he did it? Bruh, it's fucking right here. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean? It's in front of you, brother. What do you mean? It's all over the internet. Go and look up Roadrunner shit. You'll see the video. I'll show you again if you don't fucking believe. The fact that you guys asked that question, just
Yeah.
it.
And I mean, like I said, if he was innocent, he would have said something.
Yeah, if he was innocent, he wouldn't have left DOJ. If he was innocent, he wouldn't have stopped uploading for 3 days. If he was innocent, he would have already made a video. And how are they? They're from 2015.
I have to go in like 5 minutes
That's
apparently.
well, let's.
Are there any questions I can
Yeah,
answer?
anybody got any questions? I know there was one
I'm
that
so
asked.
important, guys.
I know you are. There was one question someone asked. How did Polecat treat his members, his DOJ members, off stream or off camera, I should say.
Oh, so he was, so on patrol, you're role playing, right? So he's doing what he's meant to do. Either he's a civilian or he's a police officer. So you can't really see his own personality because you're playing a role. You're basically pretending. Out of patrol, he was almost never around. I only saw him like a few times, and he only spoke like 5 times out of patrol. Like when I was there, I'm not even joking. I've never heard his voice out of patrol. I don't know how he treated people, but I do know how he treated staff, and that was disposable. He treated them as disposable. He's like, oh, people are gonna want sergeant anyway, so we can remove one and another role take its place. So he didn't give a single fuck about people's effort. He would just boot you. He would just ban you. He didn't even care about senior staff, maybe admins, but I don't think he cared. He gave a fuck about admins, because like I said, he could just demote anyone. Oh, you didn't do the thing I liked, I'm gonna demote you. So I think it was very shitty towards staff, and that's why staff became shitty. Because if you're raising a child and you're insulting your child daily, they're not gonna grow up to be a good person. They're gonna be mad at everyone. They're gonna be doing what their parents did. So basically, Polecat just he lost at trying to do good, which I don't know if he was trying to do good, but maybe he was just clueless on how to actually monitor a community. But yeah, he was bad at it. He made mistakes.
Yeah, Polecat was the only owner of DOJ. I went from LC DOJ to DOJ. If anybody has any other questions before this man has to pepper, then I would answer them now. You've heard differently. I don't know who you've heard by, but from my understanding, Polecat was. Hey, if you got more information, brother, please do send me.
Also, don't be mistaken. People can act nice, because he knows he's a public figure, so he can act nice and be a total douchebag behind the screens in the staff room where only 20 people can read his messages. There's a lot of personalities out there, big personalities that are totally different than what they